the Allman Brothers Band's at Fillmore East is way more than just the greatest live album in rock history. And honestly, it's absurd to call anything the greatest. But I wrote an entire book, Play All Night, Duane Allman and the Journey to Fillmore East, arguing why this record was a definitive statement of Duane Allman's musical vision. The record was recorded live on the biggest stage in rock, Bill Graham's Fillmore East in the East Village of New York City. It was the band's third record, and they were issuing it in lieu of a third studio record. They released two records to this point, 1969's self-titled record, 1970 Idlewild South. The records had done well, and actually increasingly so. Idlewild South did much better than the Allman Brothers Band, but not enough to cover the investment the record companies had made in the band. Jerry Wexler, Phil Walden, Capricorn Records. Now, At Fillmore East changed all of that. Released July 6, 1971, the album was an immediate hit. And here are some thoughts on why the record is much more than just the greatest live album in history. First, I want you to know this goes to that point. Every single note that you hear is improvised. Every single note. And if you want to hear how the songs evolve, listen to the 2014 recording, the Fillmore East recordings, and you'll hear the difference in all of the tracks. Statesboro Blues is a particular one that I love to listen to. Second thing, At Fillmore East is not a concert. A lot of folks confuse this, but like most live albums of this era, it really is a carefully curated document. It's pulled from 4 performances. Third, 0 overdubs. Nothing was fixed, quote unquote, in post-production. There's 2 edits. Tom Doucette's harmonica solo was cut from Stormy Monday. I think that was due to track length and physical space on the vinyl. And then You Don't Love Me is a splice of 2 different versions. The first 7 minutes are the Saturday early show, March 13th. The last 12 minutes are the late show, March 12th. No, Tom Dowd did not mix 2 different versions of Liz Reed on that 1992 Fillmore Concerts release. That was kind of a misnomer on Tom's part. He was working with the same tracks. Finally, I want to do one of my quibbles with the record, which is the fade-outs. It's non-traditional. This album is not mixed as if it's a concert. The fade-outs, honestly, on this have long baffled me and bugged me. No other album from this era, rock album, is like this. Live Dead, Bless Its Pointed Little Head, Band of Gypsies, Absolutely Live, Live at Leeds, Get Your Yayas Out, Mad Dogs and Englishmen, all comprise multiple concerts, but they're mixed to sound like a single show. So if you couldn't get to see the Stones in '69 on the tour, Yayas was going to be the next best thing. So why the fade-outs on Fillmore East? And honestly, I bet I've thought more about this than any other human being on earth. And the best I can come up with is the band wanted the songs treated as individual songs, such as on a studio record, rather than songs that were played as part of a concert. So for what it's worth, I find them distracting. To my ear, I think the album would be much better if it was mixed as a concert, like that 1992 Fillmore Concerts that put Mountain Jam and Whipping Post back together the way God and Duane intended. And the ABB, they kept doing this on all of their live records until the 2000 record called Peekin' at the Beacon, which was Dickie's last record and honestly far from the band's finest effort. But I get quickly back to Fillmore East. As you listen to that original 7-song album, remember, everything was riding on this album for the Allman Brothers Band. The band made their definitive artistic statement with this record. It was made on their own terms, which is really true to form for Duane and for the Allman Brothers Band. And the efforts paid off. Album was a massive hit. It hit gold in 3 months by October, and just a few days before Duane Allman tragically died in a motorcycle accident. Long live the Allman Brothers Band.